Welcome to Happy Couch Podcast. We're here with Wood.
Isaiah. There you go.
The Young Guns are back.
Young Guns back.
And Mexican Lewis.
Round 2.
I didn't have a cool name for
Is
this
that a
shit.
middle name or a last name?
Um,
Is it surname?
Your name's Lewis on there, so
Yeah, I know I keep changing
Nothing wrong with
videos from videos. I'm
What were you saying earlier,
Mexican.
Isaiah? About the iPhone?
I hate you guys' choice in phone.
Yeah.
I think you have a good choice.
Yeah.
You guys. I'm pointing at the seniors.
Usually everyone but Isaiah has an iPhone.
And my phone's like always in ICU and dying. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, let's. Do you want to tell your misfortune of phone having in the last 2 weeks?
Let's talk about last weekend, right? Okay, this was kind of my fault, but still not cool. All right, I'm at Wood's party, and a band's playing, and they want us to jump in the pool. I'm inclined. I'm like, hell yeah,
it's the finale. It's the breakdown.
Yeah.
He's like, I want everyone to jump in the pool. It's gonna be so metal.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, yeah, I'll totally do it. I'm texting and not paying attention, and I look up and everyone's jumping in the pool. I'm like, oh shit! I put my phone in my pocket and I jump in the pool. I'm like, yeah. Son of a
In
bitch.
his defense, he wasn't the only one. There's at least one other person who ruined their phone.
Someone else ruined your phone at your party?
No, ruined their phone. It was Nate. He also jumped in the pool with his phone.
Oh yeah, that's why he had his phone in a bag of rice as well.
Yeah.
Alright, it was vibrating. It wouldn't stop vibrating. He had a Motorola phone. It was like,
It was angry.
Awesome.
and then
1 week later, gets
so
a new
Isaiah
phone.
gets his phone fixed. Gets
Yeah,
a brand new phone, right?
Yeah, I get a new phone like a week later. Alright, I'm like, oh yeah, guys, I got my phone back. Let's fucking do this. Fucking can't talk. Fast forward. There, thanks. 3 days. We're at Warped Tour, and I'm listening to music. I'm jamming. I'm like, yeah. I get kind of depressed. I'm listening to Memphis Mayfire, and I asked this dude next to me. I'm like, yo, man, send me up. I'm finna crowd surf this. And I'm in the back of the crowd. I crowd surf for ever. I'm going, and eventually I get to the security line in front of the stage, and they send me down, and I'm like, yeah, that was fucking rad. I'm high-fiving all the security guys, and then I check my pocket. I'm like, motherfucker! And I run back around to the stage front, and I can't find my phone. I'm like, oh my god. It's been 3 days. 3 days. I immediately see Lewis. He's like, hey, man, what's up? I was like, no.
Oh, what misfortune.
Yeah. I find it hours later at the end of the day. Somebody must have stepped on it.
To the viewers, they should leave comments on when Isaiah will fuck up his phone next time.
Yeah.
Place your bets.
Place your bets from now.
I was scared today.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I've got 100 on tomorrow.
right after this podcast.
I'll take that bet.
I get really worried now and self-conscious. I'm like, no, I could hurt my
Buy an
phone in this
auto
situation.
He just got a new phone.
Freaking
is it a brand new phone? Or?
No, I got a screen replacement. Well, it was deeper. It was the LCD display was broken and the glass, and they were like, $100. I was like, yes, thank you.
Dang.
Sure.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it was.
Could have been worse.
Could have been, I guess. All right. So moral of the story, I'm not leaving the house anymore. That's it.
No fun for me. I'm retired from being adventurous.
Especially with all of my iPhone user friends.
Oh yeah, it always seems to be disaster when he's around iPhone people.
Just buy a diamond case to protect you.
I was
diamond-plated phone.
I was texting Lewis about it. He was like, "Yeah, dude, you should get a case." I was like, "Yeah, I'll look into diamonds. It'll probably save me money in the long run."
Or just a whole pillow. It's like your buddy pillow or body pillow that you carry with you everywhere.
Can't forget it.
You look so fucking gangster, man, with a diamond encrusted phone
fucking
case.
baller. I look like Riff Raff.
Seething with envy, I would be.
Oh.
So you want to talk about who we saw at Warped and who we liked? Riff Raff was there.
We can, but there is one of us who didn't go to Warped.
Hey,
No,
that's
Steven.
me. No, go ahead. I'll come up with stories in a minute.
Comment
don't worry.
I mean, he knows of a lot of the bands over there.
You know what Riff Raff is?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. You better get your knowledge up on music, man. He is a god.
He even tiptoeing in my Jordans.
In his Jordans.
Saved my
I'll put it this way. He's just as good as Ice JJ Fish.
Ice JJ
I'm JJ Fish.
Yeah, he's better.
I want him for my wedding.
Wait, well, you want to marry him or like to play?
I want him to play music.
Oh, all right.
That's so weird.
What
Like,
else
is that how you propose somebody? I want you for my wedding.
Oh, all right.
You would look good at my wedding.
Dracula.
Dracula.
But all right, yeah, I guess we'll talk about that.
Who did you see? Who did you like?
I
Didn't you?
regret not seeing all of Set It Off's show. I walked in on the last song of the set, and it was like one I don't really like, and it was okay. But that was probably the worst moment.
Set It Off is probably like the one band I didn't really. I don't know about them. Are they cool?
They're cool.
What's their sound like? What do they sound like?
Very clean. I think a lot of
Clean? Oh, that doesn't sound cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Are they
like
punk
not like
or-
I don't even know how to describe
like
it.
pop rock.
Yeah, it's like pop rock almost.
Anyways.
But very catchy tunes and sings. What was I gonna say?
You saw Riff Raff.
Second worst. Okay. Actually, I was starting off with my worst. Don't know if Riff Raff was my second worst, but he was at least close tied with Palisades because he came out late. They were like, "Where's Riff Raff?" And
where's Riff Raff?
and so the DJ was like winging it. He was like, "Yeah, guys,
he's probably tiptoeing to the stage. It probably took him a long time.
In his Jordans, of course. I didn't think of that. And like he comes out late, and I'm like, all right, cool, finally. And everyone gets a little hype. And they're like, but you're late, bro. And he's like obviously drunk or something. He's like, all right, yeah, let's do this shit. Plays like his 3 worst songs and then 2 good ones. And I'm like, I don't want to be here for this. And so he was bad.
I found some time to actually check out the Riff Raff performance, and I spot Isaiah out.
Yeah.
He's wearing his his camo thing.
I was wearing camo,
And
but
like I see Isaiah just like face down on his phone the entire time. I was like, he's not enjoying it.
Yeah. I was like, this is
Yeah, are you at a concert or are you in your bedroom?
freaking.
Oh,
And he was so hyped.
I'm
to
putting
see
this
Riff
on.
Raff. Like he was playing Riff Raff before we even left to Dallas.
Oh yeah, he freaking before we left, Lou was like, "Yeah, let's turn up." He was like, "I enjoy." What were you listening to?
I was listening to Trap Queen.
He was listening to Trap Queen and drinking coffee. I was like, "What are you doing?"
What?
And then I put an end to
Hey
that.
man, I had drive-through hours.
Yeah, he was like,
And,
"Yeah."
and stand the heat for all day.
I think the Trap Queen was a joke, a good joke, because I was
I
laughing.
enjoy that song.
I was like, you better not.
She is my Trap Queen.
God.
Do you want to talk about your Palisades experience?
Oh.
Is it next on the list?
We're like 3 feet from the stage. All right, I can't explain to you how creeped out I was. All right, they come out. And I think he's the bassist. The other guy who sings, he comes out, he makes eye contact with me. Somebody told me that it might be because I was the only black guy in the crowd and he was black. And I don't care. But the way he looks at me is the most uncomfortable. I felt like weird and gross, and I'm like, bro, don't look at me.
Did he make you feel funny?
Like he was looking at me sexually, and he kind of licked his lips. I was like, no.
Really?
Yeah, I think he did, cause like he has like he had the look of like, yeah, I have that like I'm the sexy guy persona. And I was like, I don't want this around me, and so automatically feeling bad about that.
What would you have done if he was like, I want that guy.
I want that guy. Backstage.
Backstage, yeah.
He's beautiful.
to our trailer.
I would have ran away. I would have texted you like, I lose. I'm in the car.
I want to go home. I'm never coming back to Warp.
No, dude, the freaking guy tried to rape me. I'm not going back. He might find me.
That's so weird.
It really is weird.
So it started off bad. Now
Let's get to the good part.
The performance though was good. Yeah.
They performed well. I just didn't like the music too much. It was really hype and party music-y, but like they added in a lot of tropes and cliches of just like
that drummer though was
social
banging
media.
the shit out of the
Tambourine.
Cymbal.
Cymbal, yeah.
Freaking
like the very first song was nothing but cymbal, just
was it crash
over and
cymbal?
over.
Like
What? And
crash cymbal, like
and
the one by itself, the one you don't go,
the one you don't
step
clap
on,
is,
probably a crash cymbal.
yeah, crash, yeah.
He was.
I'm just like, my ears. I'm not gonna be able, I'm not gonna be able to hear this set.
This goes into what me and Lewis and Amanda were like 3 feet from the stage. They were blasting music. They were like the loudest band.
Was there a lot of people there?
Huh?
Was there a lot of people there? Like a big crowd?
It was a good crowd.
It was a decent crowd, yeah.
Solid.
It was one of the smaller stages, but they had pretty good.
But in like loudest music, I was like, it felt like they played 11 songs. And
they did play a good number of songs. But you did have a point. They all sound like party music.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I should be drinking and doing like shots.
They had a song called Chaser.
They had a song called No Chaser.
No Chaser.
I'm just like, I can't.
Last night, didn't you?
But
I did actually, didn't I?
And then you ran
that
for a
was
chaser.
that wasn't even really a bad performance or a bad show. It's just like I didn't feel good about how they entered.
I was like, I can't dig this song. I always need chasers.
And just how deaf I was after the show and unentertained afterwards. That was the worst parts.
Disappointing altogether.
No. Altogether, I was appointed.
I didn't know about that band until the night before. Because Amanda was like, we should check out these guys. I heard they're pretty cool. I was like, okay, I guess.
I heard they're cool.
Nothing else was going on too, so I was like, I guess check out these guys.
That's true.
Who was your favorite? Did you know your favorite yet?
Dude, I think it was Miss May, just because of how hardcore it was.
Yeah, that guy was just going crazy.
He
with like mosh pits. And
I would have said Senses Failed just because of how awesome they were. Like they came out with the fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin theme, and I was like. I looked, and then I looked at Lewis.
He was on all the shirts.
He was like, look at his face is a crimson mask. I was like, oh shit.
Like I didn't recognize the theme, but I did notice his face. I'm like, is that Steve Austin on the fucking shirts?
Yeah, I was like,
I don't know what was the point of that.
I was doubting the awesomeness. It's just to be awesome. It was freaking.
Stone Cold just came out of nowhere and just started like Stone Cold stuttering everybody. The band.
I thought he was gonna. This concert's over.
The kid just throwing beer at him.
Yeah.
Senses Fail was pretty cool. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
The singer was very
he was
excitable, I guess.
He had a lot of charisma.
He was like
that about
butt
him.
flossing with the microphone cord, and he was like swinging it around.
He was like doing sit-ups, getting them gains.
I was like, boy, he's hype. I'm excited.
There's a video that he posted on the Facebook page, and he's just like, he was like in the front of the stage, and he's running up to like the speakers, and he just like does a backflip sideways over it and just like falls on his back and like busts his ass. And he's like, the captain was like acting like a goof or something. Like, you're just like flailing around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertaining, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder if his his singing would have been a lot better
if he was concentrating on it more.
Yeah,
probably. It was solid.
Just putting on a show.
It was. I hadn't heard of
him.
He
was running all around the stage, tiring himself out.
Yeah, I was saying I wasn't a fan of them before. I didn't know of them, but after that show, I was a fan. I was like, yeah, hell yeah,
and he was like, you guys. Don't go out drinking.
Yeah. Don't go. This is before the Palisades no chaser bullshit. He was like, all right, guys, don't go out there, drinking and doing drugs.
Everyone's like, boo.
And then the crowd got quiet a little bit. He was like, yeah, but if you are, drink a beer, and I guess smoke some weed. And then they got
just don't do the Molly.
Yeah, he was like, do the Molly. I was like, what?
He's like, don't do acid or Molly.
That
shit sucks.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I almost kind of want to go straight edge now.
Yeah,
I kind of like a few beers here.
Yeah, I was like, he said that. I was like, I guess I maybe should chill out on the drinks. But that was awesome. And then Who did we all go to? I guess.
Well, we pretty much split up after.
Yeah, we
went
we
our
saw
separate ways.
Hands Like Houses as an opener.
Yeah, they were
Apparently it's fairly popular, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
why
really,
I went there
other
because I
than
heard about it.
Other than hearing the
I
name.
did listen to a few of their songs here. They actually, I was like, oh, I remember these guys. I'm checking them out. 'Cause I was posting my pictures from Warp on my Instagram page.
Follow me at.
I think we should switch subjects just for a quick minute so that way Steven can get on this podcast.
I'm enjoying
Catch these games.
I'm hearing about this.
Nah,
Let's talk about that 4th of July that just happened.
Oh yeah, this is the
Oh,
4th
Or
of
did
July
it not
podcast.
happen yet? Do we keep our time a secret in these things, or does it matter?
Who
Okay.
cares about
All right, yeah.
secrets?
Depends on when he puts them out.
Happy 5th of July, by the way.
Happy
Is this coming out
birthday,
tomorrow?
America.
Yeah.
No, not tomorrow.
It is-
I'm not gonna edit this by tomorrow. It's
I burped,
technically
excuse
already
me.
the 5th because we just finished
Damn.
our fireworks session.
Yeah.
They didn't need to know that.
It came. Okay, today was wild because I was sick, and I think Steven and
Yeah.
Elwood were sick.
Actually, all four of us, are
Are-
recovering from
We
a
just partied
long
too
night of
hard.
drinking,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
I didn't wake up till like 3
Fajita
p.m.
things.
I
Or
think
what was this barbecue skewers?
The kebabs.
Yeah.
I saw those, but I'm very
You
picky
those.
when I eat, so I didn't eat them. I didn't want to somebody look at like a skewer and be like, "Who ate like 4 things off of this goddamn kebab?" But yeah, I guess I'll tell my story. It's a blur. Okay, so I'm at home with my roommates, and they're like, "Isaiah, you gotta come and meet our coworkers." I'm like, "Well, I guess I should since they come here a lot." So I went there and I played them all in beer pong. I beat every single one. I was like, "Yeah, you guys suck." But they played,
where was that? At
Yeah,
the
right.
party
It was-
at?
it wasn't like I can't describe this room. This room was like 6 by 6 feet. It was a square.
Is it, that means it's small.
Yeah, small as fuck.
You know how big 6 feet is?
Yeah.
Isn't that long? That's
I
what it
was
says.
like-
What, we gotta play in a closet.
Yes, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
And then like the game was they were putting beer in the cups, which I've grown to dislike. And
That's
like
yeah, hair
when you
and stuff.
when you couldn't
Unsanitary.
fill a cup with beer, they'd like if they're like they just fuck it, they put liquor in it. I'm like, what?
Who does that?
I don't know.
Disgusting.
Just drink the beer out of
Yeah,
there and then
just drink it.
Don't use beer at all. Use
There's
water,
a lot of
man.
things. All right, so I'm shutting people down.
Damn, shutting them down.
But like they're making shots and I'm drinking them, and eventually, actually, I did lose one like right before I left. And this was heavy. She was heavy, reaching over the table. She was like, ugh.
Oh, damn.
I was like, come on, girl.
Elbows.
Where's the referee at? Disqualification.
Call this girl. Something like
Yellow
that.
card.
And I'm like, I drink like liquor beer, and I'm like, well, I'll see you guys. You have some interesting coworkers. And I left, get to Steven's, and then I was like,
What does that even mean?
Steven opened the door. It didn't hit me yet. I was like, yeah. And then I come into the Steven's house. I pick up a beer or 2, and I just start drinking, and we're playing beer roulette. At which
It was some game we made.
I
up.
was drunk enough to be like, okay, and then like still confused, like, when do I drink?
Do you want to explain what beer roulette? Basically, we have 4 different colors. Yeah, 4 different colored cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like solo cups, we have orange, green, blue, and purple. And we just like scattered them over like 50 of them or
Yeah.
more over this table. And then just like roulette, you'd bet like the number of drinks and then the color. And if the ball landed in the cup of that color, then you got to assign that many drinks. And what we do is like have someone close their eyes and throw it, or like turn off the light and just throw a ball up in the air. And whichever one landed, it was like, oh, you get. And it's blue. Whoever bet on blue, you get to assign this many drinks. And otherwise, you had to finish your bet if you lost.
Oh, I didn't know about the finish.
We also
bet
played
part.
Chinese beer pong or whatever.
Chinese
Chinese
checker.
beer.
I just did
Chinese
for that.
checker.
Oh, the
Beer pong?
4-way.
Was I asleep for that? Oh,
You
That was
you weren't
that was
you weren't there
Oh,
for that
okay.
yet.
It didn't even make any sense at all. We were just kind of just free balling it.
free balling it. Nice.
Close clever.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I ate. Like Steven's mom was like, "Yeah, we barbecued to eat up." I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm hungry as shit." And I ate like some fajitas and I drank some beers and I was like, "Ugh, I'm not feeling too tough." And then I go to the bathroom, I throw up. I'm like, "It's nap time."
I
Nap
wonder
time.
why you went to you really wanted to go to
Steven
sleep.
was like setting me up. I was like, "Steven, yeah, that's my peep." We're gonna bleep that out or something. I was, and then I go to sleep, and that's it. That's where my story ends. Anybody else want to pick up?
We were playing a game of beer pong, and you guys were like, "We're done. We're forfeit."
Oh.
We got tired.
Yeah, I think that I didn't.
It was the
finish
Young
a beer
Guns
pong
versus me and Woody.
Yeah, there's like
which
2
I
cups left.
rarely forfeit. Steven was like, should we stop? I was like, no. And then I like looked at my beer and I
Weren't you guys like winning?
felt
too?
my soul.
No.
No,
It was
there.
2 on us and like 5 on y'all.
At least.
And we missed like 5 turns in a row, and I was like, fuck it. I was
I
like,
wasn't feeling it that
Retirement.
it
night,
was like, yeah, damn, yeah, it was not a good game.
So I was just
So
really
that
tired.
that was the eve, 4th of July eve.
Mm,
So today was
4th
the
of July.
actual
day.
celebration, which ended up being more swimming than fireworks to begin with.
Mm,
Hey man, that pool looked
we
refreshing after a night of drinking.
that's what happened on my eve. I'll talk about what happened 4th of July day if you guys don't want to talk about what happened last night technically.
What?
What?
Oh, you mean on Friday night?
What happened this morning?
No, how'd the party go for you guys?
Oh yeah.
Not much different.
Got really drunk basically.
That's it?
I think.
No.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll talk about
it.
4th of July day then.
I'll talk about me.
got really drunk.
I
He
wake-
pretty much showed a bunch of the stuff. Like we played beer roulette. Is that what we
No,
called it?
that-
Beer
Yeah.
roulette.
Yeah, beer
we
roulette.
played.
Cool.
Beer
We
roulette.
played
Beer
we played Chinese checkered beer pong, which went nowhere.
Oh,
It's still a work in progress, but
Yeah.
we'll figure something out.
It's basically 4-way beer pong with fewer
Four-way.
cups. It's 4 players and it goes
Beer.
every direction.
Bear chicken.
Oh, well, but Woody did lose his first game of Rage Cage apparently, which was
Wait,
kind of cool.
you
I
never
never
I got
lost the
bullied
game?
hardcore in that game.
I don't think losing being the last person to get stacked.
The
I'm
only
pretty
game where
sure
there's
that
only
never
one
happened.
loser. Yeah, I don't think so.
And then the next game I lost. I was like, damn it, I got.
Everybody was bullying like crazy. Like
You go-
look at that.
Lewis is like, how does it feel to lose? And then Lewis loses, and he's like down on his knees, like, oh my god,
This is how it feels.
like that.
I remember he was on the ground and I had threw the ball and I was like, drink up. Hit him with the back of the ball.
At least you didn't like smash the cups down, like trying to stack people and just like slam.
I've
Like,
learned to
half.
cool it in
Those
that
are-
game.
Those are some funny ass games of
Yeah.
Rage Cages though. You should have been there,
Yeah.
Isaiah. Like we were just like.
Oh, there's
the
only
cups,
4
like,
of us.
flipped up.
Oh yeah, like, so,
Yeah.
someone like tried to grab the cups and like slice them in half and like into 3 pieces. And it's like, what the fuck?
I think it was either Steven or
It
Jose.
was me. I remember
Oh,
that because I grabbed this tower. Oh wait, was it the middle tower or the cup tower?
It was
probably
It was,
cup
it was,
tower.
the cup
large.
tower, yeah, the one
So-
you gotta make.
Yeah.
Should we explain
You're
Rage
given
Cage?
you're given the. No, they can just Google it.
Google it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I mean, all the cups got knocked over in the process. Like,
Just the
How are
way
those
they got
cups
knocked
still
over.
standing?
What?
How are
The
those
way,
cups still
the way they got
standing?
knocked over is crazy. It was like
Yeah, like the tower got like sliced in like 3 different spots. I'm just like, why
I
the
like
heck?
shook the
happened?
tower left and right like real fast and like so rapidly. It just fell apart. Literally, it was. I don't know.
We're just laughing our asses off. Well, what's going on?
I
It's
couldn't.
like-
I could barely play after that because I was laughing too much.
all right, moving on to firework day.
I guess I'll start.
All right.
Alright, I wake up on Steven's couch around 12 p.m. high noon.
I was there also.
Yeah, Elwood's
Still,
adjacent to me. KO'd, I think, or we were all waking up, and I'm like, I need to make a decision.
I'm long gone.
I was like, should I go home and work this off? I had things to do, but I knew I was gonna procrastinate. Like, I was like, my friends were like, come to band practice. I was like, yeah.
You're in a band?
Yeah, I'm in a band.
What do you play?
I didn't know that.
I play guitar
Oh, cool.
and some sometimes bass. I don't know.
We'll talk about that later. I didn't know you
But-
were a band. But
yeah,
go on with your story.
That's a new project, right?
Yeah, new, very new.
You guys have a band
Literally,
name at least?
they were like, "We bought instruments. You want to be in a band?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I'm like, you know what? I guess I'll make my way out of here. I should have probably stayed asleep because I was still feeling pretty sick. I was feeling worse when I woke up than when I went to sleep. Never a good sign.
That morning
Yeah.
sickness.
Morning sickness, really? Yeah, you're expecting?
I'm expecting some upchuck.
Oh, jeez.
And
I got him.
so
Clever
like,
response.
I get in the car. I drive. I'm like, I
Was it
should.
hot as shit?
I got a black car, but I didn't feel the heat for some reason. I was concentrating on other things. I was driving home. I was like, I'm hungry. I guess I should grab a cheap ass burger from establishment.
Burger establishment.
And so I go in their drive through and they're like, "Welcome to blank." And I'm like, "Give me the greasiest shit you got." And they're like, "Double. You're coming right up." I take it home. I eat half of it. I was like, "Ugh, bad decision. Poor decision." I think I black out. I wake up.
You black out after a night.
Burger out.
Like reverse partying.
I was like, oh, I was just like moaning, not sexually.
Nobody was even thinking that. I don't think.
Out of,
I hope so.
Out of like I was like, I don't know, out of sickness. And then I go out and hang with my roommates, and they talk to me about their coworkers, and I don't listen because I'm really
Cool story.
I'm really messed up. And I just follow them around until around 5 o'clock, where I'm like, all right, guys.
The fajita's coming.
That burger, more like it, right?
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go throw up some establishment, and then I like leave for 45 minutes,
Jesus.
and I just sit in my room, and I'm waiting for it. Like I'm waiting for like the Grim Reaper at my door, and I'm like 8 years old or something, and it eventually comes, and I go, and I'm like, yeah. And then they ask me like, how do you feel? I was like, awful.
Awful with a smile and a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I might die.
Absolutely terrible.
So hours pass. I throw up a couple more times, and like Lewis hits me up. He's like, "Hey, we're partying." I was like, "That sounds like a good idea, and I should go."
Decisions.
Yeah.
All right, so
round two.
That brings us to coming to my house for firework events. We started out during the daytime just throwing those little ground poppets.
Oh yeah.
With the little explosive rocks in them.
Yeah.
And they just go snap. And because it's cool to see those during the day. And we lit off some smoke bombs.
Oh, you guys had smoke bombs?
We
Yeah.
kill those smoke bombs off really fast. I just realized.
Smoke
There's
bombs
only
are too
two.
Like a
cool.
minute.
No, we did a lot of like lighting 3 at the same time deal, so which was kind of disappointing.
They're kind of weak. Like they only like lasted for like 10 seconds and
Yeah,
Seems
I mean,
like
they
they
don't last that
they've
long,
been
but
turned down a little bit.
Was the smoke thick? She said.
yeah, it was dense, but like it didn't go out a lot.
yeah.
Like,
The duration
the volume.
wasn't what it
Yeah.
seemed like it should be.
about
Pretty
some cheap
It's hard.
ass
It's hard
smoke bomb.
playing. It's hard getting the perfect smoke bomb.
Yeah.
I used to get like these grenade ones. Don't know why they did shape them like frag grenades.
Yeah, it's probably that misleading.
We'll have to
Yeah,
find,
tear gas
we'll have to
can.
find a
Yeah.
ninja and take some from him.
That's
But
Who?
a
I
ninja, yeah.
Oh, give me
I-
this.
I had some regular sparklers. First, what I did was I tied one to each on a string and swung them around. And I think there's a video of that. Steven, you had the video of that, right?
What about what?
The sparklers on the string.
Yeah.
Tell him about your 10
Instagram.
sparkler,
Okay,
10
so yeah.
sparkler experience.
So
Yeah, he
Matt-
told me
Matt-
about this, and I'm like, what?
My friend Matt and I decided like let's light an entire box of sparklers off at once because they're just sparkling. I was
Yeah.
gonna hand them out and like light them together and like here you go everybody because we had such a hard time lighting at the same
He
time.
looks like such a nice guy.
So we bundled them really closely. Like I was holding the handle end, and Matt was holding the end that you light close to the lighter, and we just like put the lighter right up to it. It took like 30 seconds to light it.
Damn.
And all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's happening, and then they all just lit off at once. And it was super bright, and I was trying to hold it away from my face, and it got really hot really fast.
He created another sun.
Everyone was like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" And I was just screaming and like holding that out as far as I could, trying not to catch like the couch cushions on fire. And then I'm just like, "It's too hot! It's too hot!" I just throw it all on the ground.
I look at the guy and he looks like he's holding like a firebomb.
Too much power.
Yeah, it
I
was
think-
like a foot wide of just glaring glow.
The
funniest
screaming part.
I was like, it's too hot! I can't. I just slam it on the ground. They just like go into a mess and all go out immediately. They just like, tss.
Yeah.
I think the
it's
funniest
been a
part of
mess.
that was how fast they burned. It took like a second for those to all
Yeah, it
burn
was
up.
30
gone.
seconds.
so bright.
God.
That was probably the highlight of the night, actually.
I'm so mad.
Not that
I didn't
those
get a bit of a
400
look at it.
poppers.
Mm.
They're like the last thing we did.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
So what else did we do? We had
the volcanoes.
oh yeah, we for both of the volcanoes, we're basically just a fountain,
Of fire and
um,
flare.
small to medium sized fountain that we let off in the backyard. We did one in the back and one in the front, and we had a video of us like running and jumping over the sparkles,
My
which
jumps,
was.
my jumps were sick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
It,
shit.
it
put
looks
this
like it
video
would
on.
hurt, but it really doesn't. Like I don't feel anything.
It's like
It's all light.
It's like
It's really-
it's like a little.
yeah.
You feel like a little tingle, but it's not like oh god it hurts. It burns.
I don't know what the science is into that. Like if like the spark is a solid or I don't know, whatever.
It's just heat, pretty much. Energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just coming off. It by the time if it does hit you, you don't feel it.
I
but
felt the first jump. I felt like a little.
during like they do happen in phases though. Like it'll be like a flutter, and then it'll start into like a hardcore like sparking thing, and that's and then you look at that one, you're like, oh, that one's gonna fuck me up.
But after going through that one, like
Yeah.
it feels like less than the first stage.
Yeah, I was
which
like,
was
oh.
surprising.
I was
I
like,
was
whoa.
like, I can do this for days. But it died after the last guy jumped. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That was pretty funny.
Well, some of our favorite things to do is have those little paper tanks with the wheels that slide.
Oh
that roll when you light them.
But weren't all of them like just
we
fuck ups basically?
we did it a lot.
Yeah, well,
and
like,
they all
no.
just were duds.
No,
basically.
I remember Steven's tank. I couldn't light mine because I probably had like I was like, oh, fucking start, and he was like, oh, it's over, and his lit. It came right to me. I was like, oh shit, and it would chase me a little. I was like, ah.
Oh yeah, he was
Started
missing
firing
his
off.
back right wheel,
Young
so he was
gun.
like, "It's gonna spin. It's gonna spin. It's not gonna turn right." And like nobody listened to him.
I was like, what do you mean?
And then like he lit it, and it just went like, woo! It just like turned like 30 times and like almost ran everybody over.
Whoa. Oh,
But basically, the fuse in the back, it lights the propulsion from the back and makes it go forward.
Proportion.
And then there's like 2 or 3 cannons in the front that shoot all the sparks out. And we make them like fight each other, and they always end up facing completely the wrong way or upside down or
Flipping
like
over, yeah.
flip
like,
over.
or just on its
who's
side.
manning these tanks?
It's like the first
Oh,
2
they
seconds they just like spaz out and just die and like okay whatever. It's still fun though.
That goes into like the other event. We had like a satellite. There's like fire helicopters, and that's as
Satellites
badass
slash
as they
UFOs.
sound.
Beyblades.
We
Yeah.
we did that a lot too.
Those were cool. They got
It's very
awesomer at the end.
it's very confusing because some of them you have to keep the paper on to like make the airflow correct.
Really?
Like otherwise, yeah, I
Ah.
tried taking them off and it just doesn't work.
Go nowhere.
But for these are the kind where you had to take off the paper, and we didn't figure that out till like the last 3 or 4.
and freaking it reached over like 20 feet.
Yeah, there's one that went straight in
I was
the eye.
like,
Wow. And
Others,
Awesome.
you know, they came back to attack us. We were
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
basically they just like shoot out small amount of sparks. We would like light them in our hand, like hold on to it till it started going, and then throw it in the air and try to get it a head start.
Yeah.
And but they always seem to go the wrong way, and you have to like matrix out of the way at the last minute.
Matrix.
Oh,
Great
chill.
way to put it.
Also, we have the ground flower spinners, those little pink things that
Oh, yeah.
that vibrate really
I thought
fast.
they were called
She
yo-yos.
said that.
I don't know.
They might be
I guess so. I don't know.
That doesn't fit at all.
blooming flower. Or
Eh.
something like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're like super Asian.
Yeah, freaking. you brought out a fountain called. You said golden shower, and I was
it's
like
golden flower.
I was like, no way. I was like, I was accepting it, like, because it's another culture, and they probably don't think that it's weird, but it was golden flower, and I was like, god damn, so.
I mean, it was a golden shower. It was a shower of golden sparkles, but
that one looked like you can jump over that one too.
Yeah.
But I mean,
those were all.
we were swimming. We were swimming.
Yeah.
Let's talk about swimming.
Oh yeah, tell about the 3-man totem pole they did.
Of course, everybody likes to play chicken when you sit on the people's shoulders, but we decided to try to make Mecha Shiva. Mecha Shiva. We were trying to make a 3-person totem pole, and like it's really hard because you have to like pick someone who's really big, a perfectly medium-sized person, and a really light person. And like, everyone's proportions are always wrong, and the bottom person always ends up just drowning underwater.
I'm not tall or strong. It was a lot of factors in, because you had to mount right, like you had to get on. Well, let's not make this weird. Come on.
Mount your friends.
You had to mount him right.
There's like two
from the right
two
angle.
stacks. There's 2 teams trying to do it, so there's like 2 stacks of 3 dudes like competing. It's like, okay,
who's gonna do it first? I'm totally erect.
The tower.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like you gotta jump on and you gotta do it right the first time, or you're running out of time, and your balance has gotta be on point. And it was really cool. Like, it's hella satisfying when you pull it off, because when the base stands up and you're all just like there, it's just like, we can beat like, so we're like 18 feet tall.
It feels like that, but we're only like 2 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
Or pools. If meanwhile is sea level,
Bottom guy is drowning still.
He always like throws it because he's always the strongest, so he just like flips everybody over.
That was cool. Swimming was awesome.
We're doing front flips in the pool too.
Yeah, I finally got front flips down. Super easy.
Oh, I didn't get to.
Front flip.
Steven did his first front flip ever.
Oh
yeah, and it was slamming my back in the water.
Dude, I think your last front flip sucked as hard as mine did. That was all back. I gave up in the middle.
It's just like I stopped. Yeah, I guess we both stopped in the middle. You just hear like a loud slap, and then it was painful.
Did you guys take a video of that?
Nah.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, did you?
Matt got it for us.
The
last one. Instagram that. Alright, totes. But it was mostly I was still feeling sick, but when I got in the pool I felt better. Right up until the race.
Yeah, like I felt fine all day as well.
Yeah.
But after we raced, I feel terrible.
Yeah, I was like, no.
I had to take a breather after that.
I did 2 races. I did the first one was it with you guys there, or was it with Steven?
It was me again.
I didn't race you, God.
Oh, there was a 3-person race.
I raced with Steven here, and I won.
Look, whatever.
Right.
He was like, yeah.
Okay, the race. Hold on.
The second race, Steven was like, fucking shred them.
Was it Steve?
Steve was racing against Lewis and I.
Yeah.
All right, so there's 3 people in this race, and like Lewis is farthest behind, and then like they turn around and they're all fairly close, but Lewis is distinctly behind, and then everyone just like kind of stops and like starts going sideways and going in a circle.
I was like,
and then Lewis just like
happening?
slowly finishes like, I won, guys.
What?
There was no.
I think
I heard no rules.
Oh yeah, he was also walking on the bottom.
Yeah, no rules.
They shook.
Like Steven was like looking around. He's like, "Where's the line?" Lou was like, "Get the fuck out of the way."
I grabbed Steven because he's gonna win.
He was like, "No."
Man, I was like 6 feet ahead of everybody. I was chopping.
I was like, "Steven, go!"
I don't understand what Steven, other Steve was doing.
Yeah,
because like Steve could have capitalized on me grabbing Steven and won the thing, but
just when he started going sideways too.
I was like, "What?" Oh, it was definitely
I stopped Steven
in the middle of the deep end where I almost like drowned.
And I shoved him up to the side and I finished his race. I'm just like, yes.
Well,
Thank God for no rules, because I would have lost.
Just because there's no rules doesn't mean you're not a
No
cheater.
rules.
That's still cheating.
Is it
Yeah.
street
So-
rules?
There's
Hey,
a difference
man.
between rule breaking and
this,
cheating.
This is I play
This
Compton rules.
Compton style.
Compton pool swim party
Mexico
racing.
rules.
Yo,
Mexico
So,
rules.
Isaiah
rules.
and I were.
I
the
was
second.
I was
Oh,
really
yeah.
like out of breath after that race. I was like, I was coughing so hard. I was like, oh man, I'm about to throw up.
it looked intense.
The punishment
especially
was
during the
getting
second
hit, like
phase.
just slapped in the back with the noodle, right?
Oh, the noodle.
Apparently my ass virginity was on the line.
Oh,
yeah,
I heard
you
of
know, that was all Gabby.
I'm
You
like
see that Gabby was
trying to
way
get
into
that
that.
anal.
I'm like, I'm not losing this now.
So yeah, so Isaiah and I raced
Yeah.
in the middle race, and I was doing okay at first. Like I was a
He
little bit
you-
ahead.
Yeah, he was winning. I
And
was
then
like, oh,
on the
shoot.
way back, I had a pretty good lead, but I went sideways and like bumped into
Yeah.
a raft. And it's like, am I at the end? I'm nowhere near the end. And Isaiah was about to catch up,
I was
so I had to like
yeah.
really I had to,
push
like,
for
I'm
it.
serious. That was the fastest I've ever seen anybody swim like in my whole
That was
life.
close. That
I
was
had to
a
like
close
go
race.
into overdrive.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, and I just barely got it.
At the
It
It was like
last, at the,
1 second difference.
That was-
at the last second, I was like, I got lazy. My body was tired. I was like, you know what? I think that last object I would hit might have given me the lead. I can chill out. And then I like stopped for it. No, I should keep going. And he was like, oh, he won. I was like, oh, God.
I couldn't tell. I just saw you about to win. I just like.
I couldn't tell either. I was like, oh, that was awesome though. It was.
that was impressive.
Was the
yeah.
hair? Was your hair getting in your face?
I would have.
I mean, I had my eyes closed, so not really.
Oh.
That's why I was running into shit. That's like
Yeah, freaking. You gotta choose
So,
vision or breathing.
I had my contacts in, so I shouldn't
Oh.
have been swimming in the first place. But
I
swam-
didn't
swam
know
the-
you wore
I
contacts.
swam the fuck
yeah.
we had this conversation last time.
I found this. I was like, what? What? I was like, should have figured your dad wears them.
Oh yeah,
He still wears his after his
eye surgery.
surgery.
Well, he doesn't need contacts. He just
Shout out
has
to Woody's
better
dad's eye
eyes.
surgery being
I-
success.
I
Yeah.
remember watching a video. You calling that? I was like, hey.
Yeah, he's like, this.
is
All right,
for
we're
his
back,
eyes.
back in battle. This is for Wood's dad's
His
eyes.
I was like, oh.
Like, what a strange thing to
I was
toast
like,
to.
all right.
Shout out to the eyes.
So swimming after that, I was like destroyed. I got a towel. I was like, that's it. I'm out. I'm retiring. And yeah, we just popped fireworks all night.
Roman
That's pretty
candles
fun.
are a must.
Yeah,
They're
Roman.
really important.
Yeah, Roman candles. They're not even the heaviest firework, but they're so pivotal to awesome times.
You shoot one straight at the ground. Just like, whack.
I was like, whoa.
Those
I
are
was-
fun.
I was
yeah.
jumping up and like holding two at the same time and like pretending to be knocked back.
You're a hairy wizard.
You're a Harry
Yeah.
wizard.
That's some Harry Potter shit right there.
Nice. Who
It's like
said that?
Voldemort. Who said what?
Oh, that's some Harry Potter shit.
That was me.
Nice. We Roman candle fought at the end.
Yeah, we saved two just for a duel.
Yeah,
Harry Potter
pretty
I
awesome.
tried to
Don't
get-
try it at home.
Yeah,
Don't do this at home,
don't.
kids.
We're bad firework world.
We're young
models.
guns, but not that young.
We're what not to do.
Because there was a lot of close calls. Steve had the was it? Is that the uphill? Whatever. What's that? I have the
he had-
high
he had, like,
ground.
the back-
the uphill. I have the uphill on you.
Yeah. The uphill on
He
the
did-
straight road.
But it was bad for him because that's the way the wind was blowing. And just smoke was in
He
his
just like
eyes.
went back into his little.
He couldn't see. I was like, yeah.
No one got hit, but they almost did.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a lot of close calls.
The biggest injuries of the night were trying to light things.
Yeah,
with
and
the,
your
the
fucking
lighters.
finger
The blades on the lighter wheel
would
I
destroy
didn't
my
burn my
thumb.
They
foot.
grind
Too much
down
food.
on your finger more than they would
painful.
on the freaking.
I burned each of my thumbs
Yeah,
like 3
see?
times from
Matt,
lighting
Matt got a
things.
terrible burn.
Oh, yeah, Matt, yeah,
He got a
Sparkler.
bandage on his finger.
His like whole hand, like here, like skin was falling off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was burnt to it. No, not really.
Burnt
But-
to
Birds are Chris.
It's all it's like the
spaces of
safe things that
That
get us
get you.
injured.
I
The things
was-
that like aren't risky at all, and that's what hurt us.
I was gonna say, yeah, I would have probably did the sparkler thing because I would have been like, they're sparklers.
What could possibly go wrong?
Did
Oh,
we talk about
Well,
shit.
it's just when a piece like
Yeah.
of the burnt part.
Oh, flies back. I think they burn it like thousands of degrees.
Did we talk about the those awful sparklers we had at the beginning that would
Oh yeah,
light?
we had like the wooden colorful ones, which are like more intense sparklers, but these
They're like
particular
little
ones were
flamethrowers.
like super knockoff ones that wouldn't
Off-brand.
light. Like we were sticking it like inside a candle and just like flamethrowing it, and it would start for like 2 seconds, and then it would just stop. It was a bit like, oh, that's lame.
Did it also have the compare and save sticker on it?
Didn't have nothing on it. It was just like
Great
generic stick brand
It
fireworks.
was like stick.
Fire starters.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire sticks.
Fire bending.
What else?
Fire
Yeah.
getting attacked.
I had a little clay creeper that
Oh,
it was made of like, I don't know.
Was it clay or
Crayola,
sand?
Crayola
shout out to this.
powder. Like it dried
It
out
was-
and turned into powder, so we
it
tried to
was-
blow it up with a bunch of firecrackers, but
It-
we tried it with one first.
Dirty as fuck.
And dude, even
It
though
really
it was
was.
soft and you could like crush it
Like,
with 2 fingers, the fireworks did nothing.
It took the head off, and then we did a round 2, and like a chunk fell off. It was very
Smallest
It
is
was
singed at the
minuscule.
most.
And I was like, oh man, oh well. And then later on in the night, I accidentally stepped on it. I was like, oh, well, it's gone, guys.
We tried. We had a styrofoam head that you see in like Hobby Lobby. That's
Oh,
where I got
yeah.
it from.
It's like
We
we
put-
used for like wigs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, perfect.
We put it on the ground and we draped an entire like
Oh,
100 stack or a
not
chain
exaggerated.
a chain of literally 100 firecrackers and put it over top of it and lit it, and there's a tiny dent on one side of the head, and other than that it was unfazed.
The thing stood off, so it kind of.
Yeah, it
those-
is true.
Those were like hella powerful because I went deaf for a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
Yeah, red
More death
devil.
than Paracades with those symbols.
What'd you say?
Paris. Palisades.
Palisades?
Palisades.
I
Doesn't-
still fuck up that name.
Forget that band.
I don't want to remember.
No chaser.
They made me deafer because I was so deaf. I went into the next show and they were playing. And I was like, I
So
ain't it.
for our grand finale, we lit 4 packs of 100 firecrackers at once.
Wow.
400. This is where like the
And
cameras
I
are.
d-
And then
I got every time we lit off firecrackers, like there was paper shrapnel just like
Oh, yeah.
hitting us constantly. I was like, ow, ow, ow.
I think I went deaf for that round too. I was like, nice. I was really amazed because they like tied the fuses together and they all
Was it
lit.
underneath
It
that?
was
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah, we did a good job preparing that.
Also with the wig doll head.
The wig doll.
With the
You
with,
saw
styrofoam
that?
head,
with our
yeah.
severed head. We during the duel we were like trying to take pot shots at it.
Oh yeah, that didn't work.
For
so
some
well.
reason, the noise
Yeah.
of it hitting it was so
Accuracy on
hilarious to
Roman
me. It was
candles didn't not too strong. Bink. Yeah.
Shoots flaming balls. That's what every
I
fireworks
think
is.
one shot Roman candle hit that head.
Yeah.
It-
And it
I mean,
did,
some
it,
of them hit the base, but
ate it.
only one hit the face directly.
Yeah.
Overall, was good 4th of July. Would celebrate America again.
Would
Eh.
celebrate America. Shout out America.
Birth.
It was nice, to go swimming and you can see just fireworks going off.
Oh yeah, the
all
neighborhood
around.
was.
Oh, yeah.
lit up.
The neighborhood was
Neighborhood.
alive.
popping.
America would be happy.
Would be
Would be.
if she were alive today, America would be proud.
You would have been proud.
That's my
God
girl.
bless.
Too soon.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Never
peace.
seen-
1776 to 2015.
Shout-
You know, like
Shout-
Constitution.
Shout
Forget
to all
about
the
it.
dead guys.
Yeah.
You're the real MVP.
Yeah.
We'll get one of those wig. Speaking of which, the firecrackers on the styrofoam head look like an old powdered wig.
Oh
It's
yeah.
red.
I was like, oh, it looks like a do. Damn it.
A what?
A do. Like
Powdered
you
wig.
got your hair did. It's a hairdo. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm not good.
Corn
with-
rolls.
This reminds me. I'm not good with slang, and I realized this because I was watching the Warriors. I was like, what the fuck are they saying right now? They were like, yeah, man. I hope I see some wool while we're there. I was like, wool? What the fuck? And I Urban Dictionary it. It's just tang. I was like, what? All right,
It's what?
it's tang. I don't wanna offend our sensitive viewers out there. But it's puss. There you go.
You could say it's the vagina.
I don't want to be scientific. I don't
I don't want to be offensive, but I also don't want to be screw scientific. You like the sound?
Yeah.
Fucking sleep assist videos. So like you like this crinkling noise.
I've been holding trash the whole time.
I want a juice box. I'm thirsty.
Thirst.
The thirst is real.
These juice
After
boxes
all
are
the
too tiny.
Slamming. Yeah, this is like a live, like right. We just did
What did
all
you do
this
to that
all-
straw?
this shit.
That straw is like
I ate it.
mangled.
I have a bad
It
habit
has-
of that.
It has like 14 different.
Directions.
My little brother does that shit too.
I don't know what that
He
is.
bites the straw and drinks out. I'm saying, well, how do you drink out that?
You don't.
No, he does.
Oh.
He'll have like a full soda, but with like a fucked up straw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is ballsy because he has to make the decision. Like, you know what? I want to drink this, but I also
Don't
wanna
you just
fuck
hate
this
when
straw
like
up.
you get like a drink from like establishment? And,
Oh yeah, establishment.
And the straw you get has a crack in it.
Say fast food restaurant.
Yeah, that does suck.
Well, straws are free, so
I
it's
hate
not
it because I usually do it.
What's up?
Gatorade.
Water. Gatorade
Yeah.
sucks, dude. It's water. It's all about
Oh, I got the
water.
grape flavor. Gross.
What does that mean?
I'll take that.
Here.
No, thanks. I was getting
Fucked
thirsty.
up. He's thirsty.
The thirst is real.
Anything else on 4th of July before we move? I guess back to Warped Tour.
Let's talk about like.
I
Alright,
slept
kid.
into 3
Yeah,
because I was so
kid-
hungover.
Yeah, kids, don't sleep till 3 and get drunk and have bad burgers from places with no names. And
What?
and
I got
It
this
sounds like you're
burger.
singing like rap lyrics or something.
oh,
Bad burgers from bad places with
Knees
no
weak,
names.
palm sweaty, mom
No
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
His arms are spaghetti, his legs are spaghetti.
yeah, and don't ditch band practice. Noobs do that.
Don't don't throw up your establishment spaghetti
Yeah.
on your sweater already.
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 We should design a shirt, right? All right. That's spaghetti on it,
I've always wanted
That's
to make
it.
my own T-shirt.
and this is
Like a
mom's
plate of spaghetti or just like a spaghetti like spread out?
Doesn't even matter. Actually,
How
How
I'm
hard you try.
envisioning.
It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
I'm glad we all
Patent
went the
that.
same way with that one.
Shout out to Lincoln Park.
That's what she said.
LP.
Oh shit, my phone's on it. You can bleep that out, right?
Bleep.
It's already a bleep.
Can I?
Why would I bleep a bleep?
Because bleepception.
Because we care about the viewers.
Yeah. What was that? I don't want to hear it. Is that a cell phone in my
That's offensive.
podcast?
Offensive to my ears.
Was that? Did that guy get a text message? What the?
What the fuck?
Was that live?
Nice.
Anything else on Warped Tour? Like, who else?
Best of
Who
the
else did we
best.
see?
Oh,
Didn't you get like an autograph poster from Silverstein?
Yeah, I got.
Did you meet Silverstein?
Yeah.
Silverstein?
oh, nice.
You met both Silverstein and Census Vale? You
did.
lucky
Yes,
bastard.
The lines were super short. Like, both of their tents were
word?
fucking hidden
Yeah.
away. Nobody could find them.
I was like I was like Lewis. They don't
We
have
just-
a tent.
We just happened to like run into the tent. Like, we were looking all over for it. Like, oh, there it is.
It wasn't even by their stage, which
Yeah,
is
it
how
was
I
nowhere
thought they
near.
were organized.
Silverstein's tent was by their stage, but
Oh.
yeah, I got a poster. This Census Fail poster was complimentary with the purchase, and I got the whole band to sign it, by their photographs. And then the Silverstein poster was like $5, and I got all of them to sign it. And then I got a
Sweet.
picture with both of them.
Sweet.
And those are the two bands that I
Did
wanted
you-
to see the most.
Did you kiss him?
I did
Those
not.
are also
I
those are also the two bands I want to see. I only got to see one though.
Silverstein.
I had to sacrifice Silverstein because we came as Romans,
I thought you were gonna.
which were pretty good.
I thought
I
you were
mean,
gonna stop.
I
at
also heard
sacrifice.
pretty much we came as Roman's whole set. I just didn't have a good spot.
It's just that whenever because we were checking out Miss May I, and then as soon as they finished, Silverstein really
Oh
started.
yeah, and
And I was like, as soon as if I go over there,
I'm not gonna get a good
I'm
spot.
not gonna get a good spot.
I'm not
And
gonna make most of the song.
yeah, so I was like, I'll just stay here and wait for We Came as Romans.
At that
Oh.
point, I was like, yeah, well, I don't care what happens.
I caught the end
Because
of-
I broke my phone.
I caught the end of
And
By
Miss
Kill the
May, I
Prom
believe.
Queen, I think it is.
Oh, you did? Were
Yeah.
they good?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Freaking.
I didn't know who they were. I was just
Yeah,
like,
neither
this
did
band's
I.
alright.
I've heard them, but
And
never actually
their
heard them.
name sounds so unhardcore, but I hear that they're hardcore.
Yeah.
I couldn't put
More or
that
less.
more poetically.
I thought of another cool band name. You know,
Oh,
from
yeah?
in the previous video where I made that beat,
rewind the shit.
Shark's Donut.
Shark's Donut.
Shark's
Yeah.
Donut.
My new band name is the Friend Zone. Yeah, that sounds pretty.
I was
Indie,
expecting
right?
No.
Not original.
Hey, we're Friend Zone.
This sounds like a band
weird.
I'd listen to for something
It's like
not.
those statuettes.
Anyways, I also even though I didn't get to meet Census Fail and Silverstein, I did meet We Came as Roman, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, they
You
were.
get autographed
They were
anything?
pretty rad.
What?
You get autographed anything?
I got an autographed shirt.
I think
Cool.
they autographed this
Oh,
the book, but I lost it. I didn't even care.
well,
I
okay.
didn't give a fuck. Is
Let's see, what else? Oh, the finale for the, like, Warped Tour always has, like, a big band play at the very end, like, really late.
it? Yeah.
And, Pierce the Veil was the finale show, and there was so many. I should have gone there a lot earlier.
I skipped out, and I was like,
This
I'm not sticking
rem-
around for these middle
this
school girls.
Yeah,
reminds
there's
me.
basically I was surrounded by 13-year-old girls everywhere, and they were
Yeah.
screaming the lyrics the entire time. I was like,
Were
oh,
they?
yeah,
Aw.
not screaming,
could've-
but they
but
were
like
they're like
they're
yelling,
yeah.
like completely just out of pitch, and I was like trying to sing along to the songs that I
Yeah.
knew, and I couldn't because I just heard.
Dude,
so
it hit the
There,
mark.
okay, there was somebody crowd surfing literally every
Second.
7 seconds. Like
1, 2, 3,
I,
4.
I had to look behind me and like
Yeah.
duck. I got like half my hair ripped out because people were just kept
Fucking,
landing on my
yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
I saved so many people from hitting the concrete, just like
Just
reaching down.
lifesaver.
I was like, no, don't die.
Vic should have came down and been like, "Hey, that guy is saving lives."
I mean, people, everyone around me was helping too, but like,
Yeah, but
if
like,
I wasn't there, they would have
the
like rolled
freaking
sideways.
yeah, I don't know. Some people like don't care.
I saw people getting dropped for Miss May I's sale.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, those guys are dead.
dead.
You see people like go up and then
Go down.
they might go down a little bit and then they come up really fast and then they like go over the horizon and they're down and they don't
and
come
then they
back
don't
up.
come.
It's
And
like
that's when
they're
you're worried.
down.
Yeah, that's it.
A guy literally fell flat on his back on the concrete,
my
like
God.
right
Oh,
next,
yeah,
next to
I
me.
remember
I'm like, that guy
Alright.
back
Dead.
spine must be broken.
All right.
He's broken.
27 plays.
Oh shit!
And he's just
busted
he's like
wide open.
metal. He just like
and
goes
then,
up
and,
the
then, and then he tries again, and then he successfully goes over.
Cool.
I like the thing that like freaked me out the most. I was like, oh my god, this girl's dead. Like there's this girl who's being crowd surfed. She's all she's happy. She's like, yeah, fucking, we came as Romans or whatever.
Mhm.
And like we see her like get close to the railing, but
Oh, yeah.
you know
Yeah.
when like. When they give you that final push to try to get you over
Oh my
the
God.
the rails,
line. Yeah.
I guess like they gave her that final push, but it didn't go far enough. So she like either landed on the railing, because
was it like those plastic barriers or like the
It
metal?
was metal.
The metal.
Yeah.
Oh, the gate.
fucking like
Yeah.
I see like she's like on her back. So I think it
Oh,
looked,
she looks.
from the angle I saw, it looked like her. The back of her skull might have landed on the damn
Bar.
bar. I'm like that girl has to be dead.
She must be deceased. It's a fact.
R.I.P. Another body.
Yeah, there was
Like she eventually walked back through the crowd. Like she's like leaving like the place. I'm like, are you alright? She's like, yeah, fine. I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh, girl.
Wow.
This reminds me
That's bad.
of like 2 stories.
let me just finish.
I'm
yeah.
kind of sad that I didn't crowd surf, but I was like,
You didn't die.
There's
So,
times where I've crowd surf, and they crowd surf me into a mosh pit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like.
Well, this isn't where I wanted to be.
like,
defend yourself,
I
like, in the
drop.
mosh
I
pit.
like first you drop
It hit
hard
ground.
in the floor,
Yeah.
and then there's people just
punching.
beating your ass. I'm just like I'm surprised. I mean, I'm
I mean,
alive
yeah.
right now. I'm just like,
I'm a survivor.
I heard mosh pits they weren't always just like a big brawl. They were just like for freeform dancing. It just became like a new thing to make it a brawl.
Well, yeah, especially
Wait,
super
was it?
super
I
recently.
thought early 2000s they were like a big brawl because like Slipknot
Well, I mean,
in
they're-
their concerts they were like
They're meant to be rough, but it's
Yeah.
like in super recent history, people are like punching, like
Oh,
not
really?
not
they're
not,
hardcore dancing.
oh like
not-
but like air
no,
punching or
not
whatever?
like flailing
Swinging
their
their
arms.
fists.
I mean like
yeah
boxing, punching, like
Oh.
in random directions.
yeah
Oh, yeah.
I've
Like,
seen
like
that.
not going after anyone in particular, but like
like
trying
throwing
to
a fist
Start something.
to-
like fighting imaginary people
Yeah.
until someone runs into their fist. Like that's
Yeah.
not the point of that. It is
That is nonsense.
anyway. So there was way too many people at the Pierce the Veil show because then no one else was playing, and there's a billion fangirls, and I couldn't even see the stage the first half of the show because like of course all the girls are on like other people's shoulders, and like I can't see anything. I have to like hold my tippy toes and like try to film over everyone. I think I haven't even checked the video to see how good it looks, but I saw like I see nothing. I see just backs of people's heads, and then I'm like, oh, there's Vic. I see him, and then he's gone.
there it goes.
I saw him sing one note, and like, oh, he's gone. Never mind.
I feel like all the tall people were forward. I was thinking during
We're forward.
yeah, we're just like I had a great spot during the last Pierce the Veil during the Pierce the Veil show. I was by the back middle sound effects or not sound effects. What the fuck? the
Sound booth?
effects. No, it was like the confetti cannons in the back row.
Oh yeah, they had confetti cannons.
And they had rails that I was just sitting on, and when I wasn't sitting on them, I was like sitting down and like chilling out because it was a rough day.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember Vic started playing, and then all the girls go wild. I don't think there was a mosh pit. There better not have been. And all of a sudden, this 13 or 12-year-old girl comes by these sound effects. Or why do I say sound effects? Throws up. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, why are you so turned, 13-year-old girl? And you look at the sound effects guy, and like he's already like kind of teetering on the edge. He's like, maybe you shouldn't sit on the rails, bro. And he sees the chick throw up. He's like, I'm making a face of like utter like, what the fuck is this shit? And he's like, and he looks at her friends, and they're like, well, what do you want to do? She's throwing up now.
Didn't she like throw up like on his equipment though?
Yeah, no, it wasn't even on the equipment.
It was just,
it was
like, next
it was
to
the
it.
gate, and then there was like a foot, and then there was
Yeah.
the equipment, and she threw up on the gate, and he was really angry. I was like, let it go. Maybe the 13-year-old girl needs a break. Her favorite band's probably playing, and she's vomiting.
oh my god!
There was a girl throwing up out of car window
Oh,
on the
yeah.
way out.
When
Too.
we're leaving.
Yeah. I was like, turn. That's
Oh, didn't someone get hit with the cannon too?
Yeah, there was. Alright, so after the throwing up 13-year-old girl gets escorted by a very rude black lady, they're like, alright, last song, and they get the cannons ready, and they're playing hella loud, and this guy's like, hey girl, move, this is gonna be really loud. And I'm like, hey, yeah, maybe you should listen to this guy, because these cannons are right behind you. She looks at me, and then she looks back because she did not hear me. And I was like, I kind of like pull her, and then they go off, and she's like, oh shit. And it's just like confetti everywhere. I was like, yeah, that's nice. I could stick my hand into it and like fuck with it. We were that close. It was really cool. And then, what was the other story I had?
As cool as all this sounds, I'm kind of glad I did not see. I'm still glad I did not go
PTV?
see
Yeah,
Pierce the Veil.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it. Oh, it was Vic.
Very sweaty and crappy.
I just didn't want the Carrie 12-year-old girls
Yeah,
the entire time. I'm
I
like, I'll see them another time if I really want to. I'm not that big of a fan.
yeah. I want to make one last note, like on the hypeness of those fangirls. Because at like the middle of the set, Vic's like, yeah, this is an old song, you probably don't know it, it's from our first album, and then he starts playing it, and then just screeching.
I'm pretty sure that was a sarcastic.
Yeah,
comment.
I was like,
probably
yeah,
know.
everyone knows it. And I was singing, and all the girls were singing. It was nice, I guess.
Oh, we got to tell them about the collaboration of We Came as Romans and Memphis Mayfire.
Dude, we came as Mayfire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mayfire. He's like, that was a joke.
That was like,
oh, really?
Nice.
Because like I think like one of the guitarists,
The
and
guitarist and the bassist were at a wedding, and I don't know if
A
they're
wedding.
marrying each other or something.
Oh.
But
At each other's weddings.
hey. And so like Memphis Mayfire's guitarist and bassist came out and learned their songs and played their set with them. It was pretty cool.
All right.
I saw two bands in one.
I think we're about out of time, so we're wrapping up.
Oh yeah.
Anything else?
On Happy 4th of America.
Yeah. Happy
Birthday,
fourth
America.
birthday, America.
Birthday Independence.
It's not even
Rest
the
in
4th
peace.
anymore.
Happy
She was so
Cinco
young.
de Julio.
Julio Quattro.
All right, that's it for the podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
Bye.